Hey, JC here. I'm always talking about what it costs to live in Thailand, and there's so many vloggers now that are talking about how much it costs to live in Thailand. It's expensive, right? No, it's cheap. But that's sort of a given now. But having said that, there's a lot of people now that come on to all these channels and saying, it's not cheap anymore. So I want to talk about that. Is it still cheap to live in Thailand? Let's see. JC here for our channel retirecheapjc. Our channel is all about how to get more life for less money by living in Southeast Asia. And my job is to try and get you from where you are now to where you want to be. So tonight, I wanted to talk about everybody on YouTube saying, Thailand's getting too expensive now. Oh my God. And is it getting expensive? Is it more expensive than it was, say, 5 years ago? Well, the answer is going to be yes and no. So I want to talk to you about that. Nowadays, there's a lot of foreigners living in Thailand. And depending on how you live, we live pretty much Thai style. We cook a lot of our own food. And when we go out, we don't go to expensive restaurants, do we? It's a real treat to eat someplace like where we ate here. We're in Cha'am on the beach, yes. Right? And there's a little lady down the road that has a stand where she cooks to order. Now the sign does have ni pasang get my? No, the sign doesn't have English. And this is why I've always recommended if you could read a little bit, you're going to get much better prices on everything. You're going to get much more better deals. It's going to change your whole experience here in Thailand. And I've always recommended this easy program. I think it's $100 or something, online program, and it'll teach you how to read the basics. Within minutes you'll start being able to read, and I'll put the link in the description. If you can read a little bit, like the sign down on this little place, the food down at this stand, now you're going to be eating on the beach. She cooks to order what you want, and you eat on the beach. And it's 40 baht and 50 baht, which is amazing. And that's all the popular dishes, what we call rad cow. What's a rad cow?
The food on top.
And what do you call this one?
Tam sang.
I don't know.
Ahan tam sang.
Tam sang?
Order cook.
Yeah, well there you go, cook to order food. So again, if you had the knowledge to be able to read a little bit, you'd be able to see, oh, this is goon and this is kapat. You'd be able to read a little bit. So I recommend that program. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. You can do a little bit for free. So, is it more expensive? Well, this was a splurge for us, and I wanted to shoot this to show you. This is a little, they took a VW bus and converted it into a restaurant, steak restaurant. And Nat had a barbecue pork,
Yes.
and I had a dory fish, fried dory fish. Both of them were 89 baht, which is about less than $3 a meal. And it was a good plate of food, right? TIMyT?
อิ่ม
Yeah.
มี
And
สลัด
yeah, had salad, had
บาเก็ตขนมปัง
had a croissant,
ครัวซอง
a little bit of French fries, big salad, and then the meat.
yes
And the water was 10 baht, but the meal was 89 baht a piece. Now that's a sort of a splurge for us. Now if you extrapolate that over a month, you'd be saying, well, what kind of budget would you have? Because at $3 a meal with 30 days, that comes up to somebody that's probably going to need about 750 to 1,000 US dollars a month to live if you wanted to eat that way. Now people that are on a lower budget, and I know a lot of you are not, but what I'm trying to show is if you did have a limited budget, what would your life be back home? What would you be eating? Now, that's 40 baht, 50 baht down the street. We actually ate there, was about a month or two ago, at the little lady on the beach there, and we got, I think I had chicken with basil with a fried egg, and she had the crispy pork with this greens, and both had rice and with an egg on top as well, and a bottle of water, and all that came to less than 100 baht. I think it was 90 baht when we went to, they were 100 baht. So that's like $3.30 or something. It's crazy. So you can still eat cheap in Thailand. Now, having said that, if you like Farang food, is Farang food more expensive?
yes
Yeah. If you're going to eat, when you talk about expenses, and people say it's getting more expensive for rent, getting more expensive to eat, getting more expensive, all the foreign products, I've always said anything that Thais don't use or eat or buy is disproportionately expensive. And that's the case with everything. Thais don't eat Farang food. And so because there's more foreigners coming to Thailand and living in Thailand, there's become an explosion of businesses catering to foreigners. And they know you all have the ability, or we have the ability to pay. And so they raise the price disproportionately. And they'll continue to raise the price disproportionately until they hit a ceiling or people stop buying. But with Thais and Thai food, yeah, I've seen things I've seen kway teow go from 30 baht or 35 baht and raise like 5 baht. Now, you're probably saying, well, disproportionately expensive price rise like that's going to price people out. You know, that's like 12%. I think that's 12% or something, isn't it? As far as a price increase, that's a lot percentage-wise. And for a Thai person that only makes a little bit of money, yeah, it'd probably be something to think about. But for foreigners, when you talk about 5 baht, it's like 15 cents. So they increased it by 15 cents. It's not a game changer. If you're looking if you have a Thai person with you and you're looking for rent, or you're eat in places that are Thai with Thai menus, yeah, it's going to go up a little bit, but it's not going to be a game changer. You're going to be able to eat very inexpensively here. We got eating on the beach. It's great. So I just wanted to mention this about the prices. And can you still, I started out this channel saying that you could, if you had to live off of $500 a month, and you still could, now you'd be having a very frugal lifestyle. I'm not saying you're going to have this extravagant lifestyle. And people keep saying you can't live off 500, or you'd have a terrible lifestyle. I'm not advocating, I never have advocated to come over if you have resources and try and live off of $500 a month. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying if you had $500, $600, $750 a month, you could live here and have a better lifestyle than you would back home for the same amount of money. It's an option. I'm not telling you to do it if you have the ability to do otherwise. So there's a lot of confusion about that I wanted to clear up. So, are things getting more expensive in Thailand? The short answer is yes. For Thai products and Farang products. Now, Farang products are disproportionately expensive to start with, and then when you add a price increase on top of it, they're going to get real expensive. You got to have a good budget. But for Thai products and living in a Thai place where you see the sign in Thai, and either, again, if you can read, you know what it says for rent. And then I suggest the negotiation is done by a Thai person. If you have a Thai significant other, I have Nat read the signs if we want to see something or buy something, and I think, well, there's a possibility that it could be a farang price. If they see there's a farang, I just have her deal with the price and everything before we do it. So, was the food good?
Yeah.
And this is called
Steak rim lay.
steak rim lay. Yeah. And the other lady have a name? So no. Just it's next to the police box by the 7-Eleven, across from the 7-Eleven. So if you're in Cha'am, check this little restaurant out. We've seen it forever. This is the first time we've ever been here, right? But we've gone by it. It's open on the weekend, so come check it out if you're around Cha'am. Frequent it on the weekend. I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And you can check out the other lady. The other lady's real nice, too, and it's inexpensive. But if you're thinking about living in Thailand and you have a budget and it's not that big, you might be reading in other forums and things like that about how it's getting expensive in Thailand and everything. Don't pay attention to them. I'll be doing more. I've stopped doing a lot of videos about prices that things cost because so many other people are doing it. So I figured, well, I'll just show you what life is like here. Being in a relationship with a Thai person and traveling around, seeing different places, you know, what are the options, where to live and how to eat and things like that. But I'll throw in the prices as well, just like tonight. So there you go. Steak rim lay
At Cha'am.
at Cha'am. There you go. Check it out. And if you have any questions or comments, put them down below and I'll try and answer them for you. I'm sure I'll get comments about how expensive it is to live in Thailand. Tini Peng Mai? Not really. Some things. Yeah. What kind of things are expensive?
The brand name.
Yeah, brand names. There you go. Brand names. Or eating in Farang restaurants, living in Farang housing, buying Farang clothes. These are the kind of things. But if you come over here, one of the great benefits and one of the things that you can't put a price on are the intangibles of living in Thailand. Those are worth more than the price discounts of living here. And that's the friendliness of the people. Just being able to eat at a place like this on the beach. Can you imagine the regulations it would take to have this in America? They couldn't do it. There are food trucks and stuff like that, but be able to set out a table and eat here and things like that, you'd have to have, I won't even go into it. Anyway, hope this has been helpful. More videos will be coming at you about life in Thailand. I always want to show you what life is like here. Maybe it's an option for you, maybe it isn't, but there's always an option, right? All right, for Retired Cheap JC, Nat and JC, out of here. See ya. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.